Back for more Sam Ekstrom zone coverage. I guess enough people like the show that we'll keep doing them. We are researching obscure Minnesota Vikings on the 90-man roster. Every tidbit, every nugget there is to find about these individuals. What we're doing here is the equivalent of dusting the trim on the floors, vacuuming like the vertical part of the stairs. Every nook, every cranny. If you missed the first episode, we did Braylon Addison, the wide receiver from the CFL. Today, we do running back Tony Brooks James. I'm going to refer to him as Tony Brooks James every time I refer to him in this video. Here's what I know about Tony Brooks James going in. Vikings brought him on board practice squad late last season when Cook and Madison got hurt, and that's the extent of it. That's all I know. I'm guessing his buddies call him TBJ. I would. I'm going to think of him as like a cross between Herb Brooks and LeBron James. One of the best hockey coaches and one of the best basketball players. I'm sure that probably the hybrid there is going to make him a heck of a football player. Have the Vikings had other hyphenated players? John David Booty comes to mind, but I think David was like sort of a second first name kind of vibe. McLeod Bethel Thompson. That had to be hyphenated, right? So Tony Brooks James, he's another Oregon Duck. This is the developing theme here. Oregon Ducks. We had Braylon Addison, now Tony Brooks James. That's two people. That's a trend. And just like Braylon Addison, he is 5'9", 190 pounds. We're not being discriminatory to taller people. We've been with Atlanta, Tampa, Pittsburgh, and Minnesota, all in the same year. That's called the Superfecta. 4 teams in one season. Okay, so by the looks of it, he was with Atlanta for rookie camp, didn't make the team. Then he got signed by Tampa before the regular season, then Pittsburgh, then Minnesota. Okay, we're clear now. 4 teams, 1 season, only one, Tony Brooks James. How old are we talking here? 25. He does have stats, however. Our boy Braylon Addison, he had 1 catch. This cat, he's got 7 yards rushing on 8 carries. Quantity. He's a bell cow. He's a workhorse. 8 carries, 7 yards. It's the old Leroy Horde. You need a yard, he'll get you a yard. You need 5 yards, he'll get you a yard. He's from Gainesville, Florida, but he went across the country for college. Looks like he was never really the feature back. He got 32 carries, 101 carries, 93 carries, 57. I mean, he's getting anywhere from 5 to 10 carries a game. I don't want to say that he's not able to carry the load, but I don't think he's able to carry the load. Always got to check for special teams. He was a kick returner at Oregon. Marwin Maloof, man, he loves his special teamers. How'd he do at the pro day? Okay, so our last Oregon guy, Braylon, he was not fast. Tony Brooks James is fast. 4.45 at his pro day, although that's an unofficial hand-timed result. So you've got Oregon assistant coach du jour with the timer hitting it 0.2 of a second early. I'm skeptical. His 3-cone would have been 10th out of 16. I don't know why they're boasting about that. Were those hand-timed as well? Stop the presses. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He has a chip on his shoulder. He had to brush it off at the pro day. Says he had a left knee injury that he suffered during the Civil War. I'm guessing that was the game against Oregon State. Wasn't actually involved in any battles in the 19th century. Is he a fumbler? Oh no. 4 fumbles last year. Let's check the old Twitter account. At Tony Two Tone. Hasn't that been taken? Alright, he's not really an item yet. He's not verified. 4,800 followers. We gotta pump those numbers up. Tony Two Tone. Hammer that follow button. Yeah, he's not a frequent tweeter either. He's one of those retweeters. Let's try the Instagram. Almost 18,000 followers. All right, so now we've established that he's not into the writing. He's into sort of the visual medium here, Instagram. Oh man, Vikings fans are going to have major beef with this. This is Stefon Diggs all over again. He's got photos of him with Atlanta. He's got photos of him with Pittsburgh. No photos with the Vikings. Where are the photos? He was on a playoff practice squad. This was a meaningful part of his 1-year career. All right, who are you really, Tony Brooks James? Let's see what SteelCityUnderground.com has to say about Tony Brooks James. Nothing. They told me absolutely nothing, although they did compare him to Mwelde Moore in the article, who, as we all know, former Viking. So Tony Brooks James has a story on The Athletic, which makes him automatically credible. All right, so he's loyal. He stayed with this Oregon team through multiple coaching staffs, and he also has a beard, I've learned. So who's Tony Brooks James in a nutshell? He is an Oregon Duck. He's a running back. He's speedy, we think, but he's bounced around from NFL team to NFL team. Now he gets to try to become the, Dalvin, Madison. That Amir Abdullah signing kind of hurts him. So we're talking fourth string running back, best case scenario. I guess he's holding out hope for a Dalvin holdout. Okay, thanks for watching episode 2. We'll keep trying to decorate the walls with stuff and make this more interesting. I'm Sam Ekstrom. I'm on Twitter, @SamEkstrom. Check out my work, zonecoverage.com. Until next time, where we will profile Marcus Sayles. Until then.